Hi guys, so in today's little vloggy sort of behind the scenes episode, I'm doing 3 shoots today for 3 product brands. We're doing first and foremost a photo shoot for a supplement company called Super Botanics. So I've come to my mum's amazing kitchen to film some content here. I'm doing a UGC reel for their new launch of their new product, the omega-3s. And then I'll show you what we're up to next. But we've got a couple more brand UGCs to do. So along the way, I'm just going to run through some tips for you filming UGC and also just anything else that comes up in the process. So watch along and I hope you enjoy. So firstly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get all the lighting set up. So as you can see, we're in the UK and it's quite dark. This is meant to look like a really natural lighting setup. Unfortunately, it is actually about to snow, believe it or not. So what I've done is I've brought along big soft boxes with some LED lighting just to simulate the natural light, and I'm going to turn it up a little bit warmer than I would usually just to try and emphasize that as well. Obviously, with photos in post-correction or post-production, we can edit this slightly and tweak things as well. So there's a few hints and tips there, so let's get going. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the light nice and tall so that any shadows fall behind the product or behind me if I'm in the shot, just so we don't see shadows on any walls or backgrounds. This just really helps with the softness. This has a soft sort of screen on it anyway, but I'm going to add a big softbox to this as well, just to help soften everything off and look more natural. Okay, so we've got now a light here, which is probably going to come from roughly where I am, and then we've got a light just over there. It's bounced at the moment, it's bounced off the ceiling just to give a nice soft lighting effect. So what I'm going to do is obviously get the product out, get the props out. So I went in my prop cupboard last night and actually got all things out, went to the supermarket and bought some fish for the omegas, connotations and everything together. And basically that's the next thing, is once we've got the equipment set up, we can actually then start prepping the props and the product and start shooting. So the other thing as well to mention is I actually sat and did a really detailed shot list this morning on everything that I actually need to shoot today, B-roll, everything, just to make sure that it's easier for me. Because this job, well, all these jobs that I'm doing today are a very, very tight turnaround. So it was kind of last minute from the client request to me, so I had to just act accordingly. So brought my laptop with all the shoot list on, and I've literally used AI and Claude to help me create these shoot plans as well. So I'll give you a little insight into those in a sec. This just makes the whole shoot a lot easier. So as you can see here, so I've got the full videos here. I need to screen record, etc. I've got all my props. So this is just showing the full shooting schedule and how to maximize everything as well. And then for the other brands, for the UGC as well, I've also put in some voiceovers that I need and like what order to shoot things in. And I've just basically categorised those by different tabs. So everything's organised. I know exactly what I'm doing when I come into the shoot rather than wasting time on set, which obviously is better if you are hiring a location as well and you're paying for that location. It's a lot better to have the shoot list beforehand so you can basically just crack on when you get there, especially also if a client's there. But if I'm working with a client for content, obviously I'll also have a pre-shoot meeting with them to make sure we've got everything in place that we need before. So we're all coming into this knowing what we're doing. So without further ado, I'm basically going to get the product out and then we are going to get cracking, hopefully. Right, let's talk about props then. So we have got some little stones, a big bag of rocks for this one because it's omegas, and the bottle is ocean blue. And then I've got some natural wood plates, and then I'll be getting the salmon out shortly. Also got just some natural bathroom bits. These pots, I have used these to death, so they're always really handy, just a clear one there. And then a shopping bag, which is always useful for just fillers and things like that. So yeah, there's a reason why I bring these props. So basically I tried using these soft boxes. They're just not bright enough, so I brought in a proper flash, basically just to put on top of the camera, and yeah, I think that should work. I didn't use that in the first place because I thought it might be just a bit too bright, but just to keep quality in terms of ISO, keep that down, I just want to give this a go, which hopefully will help. Okay, so that works great. So now I'm going to get some salmon out of the freezer. By the way, I'm shooting this on the Osmo Pocket 3, which I know I keep banging on about, but it's fantastic until it don't face track you. So we've got the salmon secured. We're going to pop this into this in here and basically have a nice little setup and a hero image for this Omega-3. Right, let's get the fishy out. No one wants smelly fingers, do they? Huh?
Not on the camera.
No, especially not on the camera. I wonder what that smell is though. Would you put it that way?
However you want to put it. Move it to sit it flat. Yeah, that's all right.
I know.
Do a little bit at it.
I'll have to retouch it, won't I? It's vegan though. That's all right for vegan.
Vegans don't eat fish. Vegans don't eat anything that was alive.
No, maybe that needs to go in background then. Maybe the salmon were a bad call.
If it's for vegans.
Well, it's vegan, isn't it?
Well, yeah, then the salmon's a bad call. Why would you think?
I don't know. Anyway.
Right, well, if it's for vegans, as soon as you...
Right, anyway. Right, well, let's switch to putting some rocks in, shall we?
Mm.
So it's like it's come
smell now.
Naturally. Well, we're switching to rocks because we decided that I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
Basically. What do you think to that?
Because Colette doesn't understand what vegan means.
Behave. What do you think? That looks like it's on beach to me, like it's Icelandic.
Yeah.
This were instead of shells, which were suggested, basically. Yeah. Well, that's his tea sorted for tonight. Got a little reflection on that from the light. That's better. I'll zoom in to save my back. And do some portrait for Insta. Do some weight to one side as well. They'd be better if they were wet, really, wouldn't they? You know, because like if they were just washed up on shore, they'd be wet, wouldn't they?
Put some more stones in.
Would you? White ones?
Yeah. You're not going to see whether it's wet or not.
I think you can because it texture though. That's enough, I don't want too many. It's starting to melt now as well. So for that, I do one more with ice and wait on here. On a plate or something. Right, so I've just basically put it onto a plate. I'm going to try and do some eye level shots now. I'm going to leave the lighting where it is, see how it looks. I might need to move all that, all these pebbles here. And then we're going to move on to lifestyle shots from there on in. Just need to attach the tripod. Do this so that I don't have to keep moving. And obviously because of ice I can keep adjusting, can't I? So if I zoom in and get rid of play, that should look quite good. Yeah, not bad that. It looks like it's actually summer. So that's always a good thing, isn't it? Yeah. So if I just put the ISO up a bit and then Just need to move that little bit, tiny bit of ice there. Oh, it's got water all over it. It's melting, this ice. Have you put the rest of the ice away? Okay. Yeah. That's all right, that is. Let's do a landscape version as well. If I look up at it a bit as well, it might actually help. Be a bit more heroic. Put it to the other side. Might be a bit too low. Right, so next we're going to move on to some more lifestyle shots with some olive oil in the background and a stone, but they're going to be out of focus hopefully. And then we've got a nice natural wooden board. I've got the capsules out as well just to show the actual product and what it looks like. So this is, it goes for the same if you're doing UGC as well. The same applies, the same principles, like get the product out and show it. So this is why I bring plenty of different props, and also just another little thing I like to do, just angle the board at an angle rather than it being straight onto camera. It just adds a bit more of a dynamic look to the shot. So I always do different crops as well, so wide angle, close up, and obviously also portrait for Instagram. And we can do some from above. What your nails look like. Do you want to do some, put your hand in? Might get this bag in a sec. And then I'll swap for berberine. Basically, we could have that there as well, like you've just been to a supermarket type thing at some point. Quite good that you've got that blue top on actually. Right, do you want to just be turning the lid, like taking the lid off? That can stay, it's out of focus. Just turn it around a bit. Just put that closer. Yeah, that's all right. Oh, that lid, just move that lid again because it will reflect it. Yeah, take it out maybe. And maybe like, just be going for one of them. Pick one up. Yeah. Right, so I'll just swap the berberine to there. I'll just leave them in, I'll put them in that little dish.
Are we going to drop them and bounce them all over?
No, 'cause it's just photos, isn't it? No video.
But you get them dropped in mid-air.
Do you really? They probably would. But they'll go everywhere.
Well, it doesn't matter. You just
I wouldn't do them onto the board, I'd do them onto...
do them straight onto the thing.
Well, try it if you want. You might need...
Put all lot in.
Are you going to do it from the side? You ready? Just, you're going to have to go directly above them. They're going to go everywhere. 3, 2, 1. I only get like one shot and it's just...
It doesn't matter. What's it look like?
Probably not in focus either. Can't tell from here. Well, I can't really tell. It's a bit of a weird... Better if you had a bottle there.
No, do it again.
I'll just leave them there. Leave them there a sec. Like that. And put the lid on. Nick's creative genius. Sometimes it comes in handy. That's the first few shots done, so I'm just going to get some rice or pasta out now and shoot the berberine, and basically, because obviously it's for carbs, so I like to have props that relate. This is just because obviously packaging's changed, so we are eventually going to be doing a big shoot. I don't want it fully in, I just want it like sort of in, do you know what I mean? Just move that out a bit. It's dinner time because it's after 4. This has been a very long week so far. It's Thursday. And yeah, don't know where time goes, but here we are. So these are quite simple shots, by the way. They are things that brands need. But the same applies. If you were doing UGC for this as well, I would say like the same applies. You need to get your shots, your video shots in these situations just as B-roll, and then you can do your voiceover. It makes it a whole lot easier afterwards. So I've just come into the bathroom because the client wanted some running water, which I was really scratching my head about. I don't know, it's still on here. Hang on a minute. Oh, yeah, no. The microphone wasn't on, so that's a good start. So, yes, just FYI, it does disconnect if you turn the thing off for a while. So the client wanted some running water shots. Now, I've been scratching my head, how am I going to do that? And I thought, I know. Oh, you are joking, a bulb's just gone in here.
No, it's not.
It did, it went off and on anyway. So I thought, tell you what, let's run the tap. And it's worked out brilliantly, so the client now has what they want. So that's all the product photos boxed off. We're going to have a quick food break because I am starving Marvin. And then I am going to do the UGC for this, for the other two brands, and then we are done. So should be all boxed off within about 2.5 hours, which is nice and efficient. So yeah, all good. Looking at everything that we've got to do now, we just need to do the UGC shots for this Amiga. So the first shot that I'm doing is just some opening the box shots. So for UGC, I generally shoot on just my iPhone. I don't bother with the professional camera. I feel like it feels more authentic if I use this Osmo. So basically, I run through the shots then. So unboxing reveal, so just opening the box. And then obviously I've got all this laid out. So product inspection, like turning the bottle around. So I did my nails last night. And then looking at I'm going to use a dolly today, a little bit more advanced, but I'm going to use that sort of on the counter, opening the bottle. I usually show the supplement as well, like the capsules, and then just something where I'm like walking around the kitchen. There's no voiceover to this, it's just music. So walking around the kitchen, just doing some prep with the sort of product in the foreground, or maybe drinking some water or something like that. Just really simple shots. So that's the one for Super Botanics. I will get some footage on my phone actually, so I can pop that in. Right, okay, so basically this dolly essentially just goes round in a circle, but also what we can do, we can put it straight and we can go side to side. I wonder if you could put Osmo on here, because there's a thread for it as well. So if we do side to side, and then you just press it that way and it just goes that way.
Good, that's good.
It's just another way to upgrade UGC basically. And before it drops off end. Goodbye, RIP. Okay, so that is that portion done. So the next product that I'm going to shoot now is this Belly Dance soda. So there's 3 flavours. So again, I've planned out the scripts beforehand. And this is more of a UGC, so it's showing how I use it in my day-to-day life. So obviously this is a paid promotion. So I've purposely picked this top, just to either match this product colour or contrast with this one. And then I've got some snacks to shoot as well. So these should take me no longer than 5 minutes. They should be nice and quick and easy. It should be authentic. And that's how you shoot UGC content. I'm going to crack on now. So I'm going to actually shoot this again on the Osmo. If you've not bought an Osmo Pocket 3 yet, this is your sign if you do lots of content. Put that way around. This needs to go up. If you're training late in the gym and you actually want something that supports you without keeping you up all night, then I've got the solution for you. So I've been drinking these Belly Dance probiotic Kefir sodas. I have one of these after training to reduce inflammation. So now I have one of these after training to help reduce inflammation. So I'm gonna stand in kitchen, and if you like go around there, basically, I'm just gonna stand in kitchen, and you can like go around there like a semicircle, you know what I mean? So while I'm drinking it, see if it works. You ready?
Is it going to?
You have to press it. You have to go all the way because there's all lights in the background.
No.
Needs to start again like it's a clean shot. Right, you ready? Thumbs up from me. Did I not have my microphone on before?
No.
Gotta do that bit again then. Right, okay, so I've done some shots, UGC shots for the omega-3s by Super Botanics, and I'm just now going to do my last video shot for this with my trusty Dolly. So I got this little gadget in 2025, so I'm going to show you how that works in a second. So I'm going to have to use my phone for this. I would normally use the R6, but because I'm using it for UGC, I'm going to do this. So I've never actually set it up for a phone before, so this should be interesting. Might need to read the instructions. So I can see that goes there. That's the holder. There we go. So basically what this does, we can have shots going front to back, side to side, and this one also goes in a curve. So that might add a nice little dimension to things. The last product is these Pulsar? Oh, I need to figure out how I say it now. Pulse, called. Pulse snacks. So what I've done, I went in my prop cupboard and got out these funky, fun props. So it's basically like a fries kind of retro thing. And I don't know, I just thought that these might be pretty cool to just pop in here. It's good with UGC as well to mix up different styles. So some face to camera, some voiceover, some showing real life, some showing obviously B-roll shots of the actual product itself, and maybe some taste tests as well. So always keeping things fresh, essentially. Okay, that is everything done. Yeah, that's took me around a little bit longer than expected, but that's always the case. So that's took me around 2.5, 3 hours. So I've just got to basically pack away so everything's still out and get home and download the shots. So yeah, that was a successful shoot, I would say. We got everything done that we needed to get done, which is the main thing, and no stress really. Because I had the shot list, it made things a lot easier. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe to this channel, and obviously if you want more content like this, let me know in the comments below. If you need any help with UGC, how-tos, that sort of thing, my DMs on Instagram are always open, linked in the description below. Or you can just ask me comments, I see every single one. And of course, if you're looking for content creation for your product brand, for yourself, if you're a coach, then just get in touch and drop me an email or a DM on Insta. So see you next time.